was wondering, based on average human lifetime, and well, never mind. Compared to the average human, average spoken word count per lifetime, what percentage do you think you'd be in? I think we'd definitely be sitting. Without even giving it a back of the napkin calculation. We're top 5% easy, and then we figure out if we're top five, top one, or like top point one might be a little much, but because like the only job I think that the most common job that might talk as much as a streamer does is like teachers. But even then, admittedly, teachers, they'll have like a 7 hour day, but then they will give like a 30-minute lecture and then be like, hey, go do some quiet work for 15 minutes. Oh, that's true, customer service or a call center. But to be honest with you, on a call center, you're not really, at least as the person, I'm saying this as someone who has called call centers, there's a lot of like, can you hold for a minute? Do, 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 do. Hey, is there anything I can help you with today? And then the other person talks for like 5 minutes, and then they go, okay, one moment, please. Do, 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 do. They're on call, I guess pun intended, all the time. Like they could be asked to talk at any given moment, but same with lawyers. I mean, like, even if you're a lawyer that is in trial 365 days a year, which is not even possible, you're not talking the whole time. There's a whole other side to the courtroom. You got witnesses. If you're a defense attorney, you got prosecutors. If you're prosecutors, you got a defense attorney. You might have other people on your team. There's a judge, et cetera, et cetera. Politicians? No, like, okay. Like Strom Thurmond filibustering in 1961 or something like that. Sure, he's had his VO2 max was definitely up above probably as much as I've talked in a single day. But like there's what, like 500 congresspersons, like I don't know, 100 and something senators. They're not all talking all the time. One of them is talking and then the rest of them are tweeting. Can you believe what this person who disagrees with me just proposed on the floor? I think like it's not a hard job. I'm just saying like I think streamers are definitely up there, especially streamers who just solo stream. Some of them, I mean, we're talking about me, so for a while here it's been I'm getting raked over the coals because I'm only live 25 hours a week now. At the same time, there were years where my ass was just in the damn basement recording Isaac to myself, and if I ever had 5 seconds of dead air, the anxiety took over, and I was like, I need to just yeet something out of my gullet immediately. So in the average human lifespan, I mean, I put myself up there. I put my amount of spoken word daily certainly up against the average elementary school teacher. I'm remembering like when I was in school. It's like your teacher, they talk for a bit. And then like they ask, hey, does anyone know what 6 + 6 is? And then like nobody puts up their hand except like the one person who always puts up their hand. And then they don't want to choose them, not because they're being mean, but because they're just, I mean, like they don't want to choose the same person who always gets chosen because there's 35 people in the class. And you're like, please, anybody else? And then the person who like put up their hand is like, me, me. So I'm just getting set up here. This is like one of the most embarrassing, and this is a true story, embarrassing times my parents ever got called by the school for disciplinary issues. My mom in the 5th grade, she took me aside and she was like, hey, we got a call from your teacher today. She said, you need to stop putting up your hand for every question and then going like, ugh, when you don't get picked. It's one of those things, I was like 10 years old. I didn't even really acknowledge that I was doing it. But as soon as she said it, I was like, yeah, that's me. You got me.